The Kansas City Chiefs are moving on to the Super Bowl after beating the Buffalo Bills 38 to 24. And one storyline that stood out within this game was the MeCole Hardman story. If you watch this matchup, you know exactly what I'm talking about. MeCole Hardman muffed a punt in the first quarter, and you could see that he was frustrated. He was so disappointed in himself because he knows he's a better player than that. But two things stood out to me after MeCole Hardman muffed that punt. The first thing was Andy Reid didn't lose confidence in him. He knew he had to depend on Hardman for more plays later on in this game, and that proved to be true. And this was a good move by Andy Reid because some coaches will bench a player that muffs a punt so he can't hurt the team again. Andy Reid went the opposite route. He tried to build up MeCole's confidence by keeping him involved within the game plan. He threw that, bubble screen to him down by the goal line, got him a touchdown. You could see his confidence start to come back. Then Andy Reid called a reverse to MeCole Hardman. He took off up the left sideline, ripped off a huge play for the Chiefs offense. And, this wasn't just a football lesson. This is a life lesson. Sometimes you're going to have failures. Sometimes things aren't going to go your way, and you're going to have disappointments. But you got to pick your chin back up, and you got to go out there and keep playing the game. You got to move on from that moment in time and find a way to get back in your groove. MeCole Hardman was able to do that in this game, and that was a big reason the Chiefs won. If he doesn't make those plays, then that's not momentum in the Chiefs' favor, because they needed those plays to get that momentum that led to the 38 points that they scored in this game. MeCole Hardman bounced back, got them out of the hole, made some plays. Yeah, he gave one up when he muffed that punt, but he didn't hang his head. And the other thing that stood out to me after MeCole Hardman muffed that punt was there was like 3 or 4 Chiefs players on the sideline that came over and immediately started to pick him up. They were like, hey, you got to go back out there. You heard someone say that on the camera. And they were just building him up. Hey, there's more plays in this game. You can't get too low based off one play. Those other Chiefs players knew that there was going to be more opportunities there for MeCole Hardman, and that was true as well. So give Hardman all the credit in the world for not folding up shop after muffing a punt in the first quarter. A lot of guys, that's it. That happens. They're done for the rest of the game, and then it might carry over into the next week or the next couple of weeks because their confidence is shot and they're not playing up to their abilities. MeCole Hardman didn't wait. He bounced back before this game was even over with. I think that just shows how resilient he is as a player. It shows how much he believes in himself. And, the Chiefs benefited greatly from that. I'm John Kuzma. Check out endzonblog.com.